And Thurman Thomas built in T. Boone Pickens finest. Welcome to Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of the Cowboys, where the paddle people are ready to open up a can. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cowboys will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. making checks. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Wall. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Cowboys come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And the Cowboys with the 1st and 10. On the move, it's Orlando. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Dropping back, it's Wall. Got a man, it's Tyree. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Cowboys have their offense in high gear. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The offense changing the play. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Carry-On. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He'll bring it out. It's Gee. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. is complete. Nice move there. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. The handoff to Johnson. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Figueroa. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Corner's going to give them room. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's carry on. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Trying play action. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Ball is loose. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To throw, it's Wall. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a fourth down and decision time.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
And the Cowboys will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Cruz. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's carry on. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Wall. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. So now on comes the field goal unit. And the try is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away. It's a big-time play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Figueroa. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Punt is on its way. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal breaks into the open. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And sometimes you go, man, what a play by that guy. He carried people, or he broke tackles, or his speed. And that time I'm like, Palmer, where is the defense?
I think it's too many guys being selfish, David. I think it's guys getting out of their gap. Everyone's trying to be a me guy, a hero, get the stat, maybe get the sack, get upfield. But you've got to play team defense. 11 guys doing their job. They did not get it done there.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Wall. Got it in the middle, it's Cruz. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's carry-on. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's carry-on. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Cowboys need to pick it up on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, they came into this game believing they could run the football in critical down and distances, and they did it right there on that 4th down.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Tyree. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for it. Pretty good job by the defense.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Here we go, here we go.
Now on the option. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's carry on. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gee. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive firing. Punts it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get big.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oklahoma State.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Wall. Working that wide receiver screen. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That's reeled in, it's Cruz. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Makes the grab. It's Cruz. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it down at the 34. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Florida State, 0.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The run to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Knowles!
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the second half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Cowboys will boot it away to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter, one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Got his man on the right. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And the Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Finds a soft spot, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's carry on. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Wall. Pulls it in, it's Tyree. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
The Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Dropping back, it's Wall. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Still on his feet. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
He'll try to pop the draw. There he goes. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
On the snap, it's carry on. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. On the move to his left. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Wall. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Looking for more room. At the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Wall. He's got the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And I think this offense is going to start to get a little frustrated. Back-to-back drives, they've had some success, but they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. And right here, they don't protect their guy. And now, 3rd and long situation, you know the pass rushers are coming. They know it's a pass. Got to be smart here with this play call.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he's going to score. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Coming out with it, it's Gee. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Motion from the wideout. The DBs will back off a bit. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's Figueroa. Turning it on. Touchdown, Knowles. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Wall. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught, it's carry-on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Oh, he wants it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught him. He was ready for that play.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's live. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance.
Breaks into the open. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
21.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Wall. Takes a shot. Working that left side.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Makes the catch. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Unloads to the right. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And that is a first down.
Looking to throw, it's Wall. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They go to the wide receiver screen. Oh, got some room headed to the goal line. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. He's looking to pass. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
Thanks so